Back we are.
I was just looking at the star of the show, Millie, who's
Yeah.
very excited to be here, as you can see. Don't get
There
up.
she is.
Jason and I will handle it. All right. Well, welcome back to another live edition of Live Feed Read. I'm Paul Reed, your host. The Ed McMahon to my Johnny Carson, Jason Crawford here.
Yo yo.
It's a beautiful day in Florida, 84 degrees,
Yeah,
partly cloudy at best, no rain in sight. I like to say
that's
we
nice.
have 6 months on, 6 months off, and I can tell you right now, the snowbirds are flying down to Florida.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
flying,
yeah.
I don't mean in a plane, I mean driving their cars, because when you're on 275 and 75,
Oh,
that's
it's
all you
bad.
see is big old, not SUVs. What are the big things? The campers
Those
towing
RVs.
their little electric vehicles.
Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah,
So
yeah.
welcome to Florida.
Yeah.
You help us with the keeping no income tax, which is good, and you drive like you drive like crap, which is good for my business because you're causing mayhem out there on the road. So we do
Oh my
appreciate
word.
that. Um, let's see. All right, let's real quickly because we're going to get into the main topic. But someone had called panicking this week because they forgot to show up for jury duty. All
Yeah.
right. Well, what happens if you forget to show up for jury duty, Jason?
Oh, I don't know. Do they suspend your license or something like that? Is there
No,
any?
that would be aggressive, but no. And mind you, there's a Florida statute 40.23, that
Mm-hmm.
basically compels you to show up for jury duty
Right.
if summons, which can only be once a year.
Yeah,
You
right.
know, the thought is our Constitution grants people a trial by their peers, i.e., a jury. You don't want
Yeah.
necessarily the judge to decide your fate. And so people get summons. You go down there and you either get picked or you don't.
Yeah.
Um, and anyway, they did not show
It's
up. And
like
so
kickball. You get picked or you don't.
well, I let them know that more likely than not, nothing's going to happen.
Yeah, but they call
But
a lot of people.
But that doesn't mean something can't, because recently I did a little research in Citrus County, which is north of here. A
Okay.
judge got fed up with people not
With
showing up.
people not showing up.
Yeah,
Okay.
so at this particular jury summons, I guess about 50 people didn't show up.
Ooh.
Yeah, well, this judge had the cops go pick up 50 people and bring them to court.
No way. That's
Way.
awesome.
And
That's
so
crazy.
more
So
like, mhm.
is it like one of those laws like growing up in Alabama, we there was like a law where you can't chew bubble gum downtown or something like that. If it's like no
Yeah.
one enforces it. So it's there.
Oh,
Technically it's there, but
yeah.
it's never
Again,
enforced.
about 99% of the time, the people that don't show up, they don't do anything.
But they
Yes.
could. But
Oh,
they would.
$100 fine,
Yeah,
contempt of
okay.
court, community service. You could go to jail. So
For
yeah,
not going to jury duty, you could go to jail?
yep.
Wow.
So, and I got to be honest, I will never get picked for a jury because I'm a lawyer. Just they won't.
Yeah.
And uh, but I would not mind. I'd like to be on a jury. Shoot, it'd be great.
You know too
Uh,
much. You know too
yeah, I'd
much.
be back there.
You're too smart.
It'd be good. But anyway, all
It's
right.
not
So
fair.
just so you know, I'm
Yeah.
gonna move on.
Yeah.
Don't ignore it. If you
No.
There are certain reasons, so to speak, that will excuse you from
Yeah,
being
and
on
there's
a
on the
jury.
form. I got one
So
recently.
yeah,
Yeah, they're on the form. You can
yeah,
actually fill out and send in the form. Be like, oh,
right,
I can't make that date, and here are the reasons why. And then
right.
they basically, you're supposed to assume that you've been released from duty unless they notify you that you have to come.
And they don't ever.
Right.
All right,
Right.
moving on.
Sorry. Okay.
Now this one's up your alley,
Uh oh.
you computer geek.
Uh oh.
Evidently, Florida and 33 other states sued Meta, META, which, whether you people know it in
Ooh.
TV land, it's the parent company basically for
For
Facebook
Facebook.
and Instagram.
that we're streaming on right now. Okay, cool.
There you go. And they're
Oh,
basically,
hey.
the allegations are that the company uses manipulative features in its apps to keep minors hooked on the social media platforms. So the law in Florida is a deceptive trade practice. That's the claim in Florida. Other states probably have something similar to that language, that verbiage. But either
Are they
way, um,
stating what those are? Like,
well, you're the geek, not me. I'm just saying
well, I
that
mean,
they're basically the kind of equate it to, like a cigarette. The vapes, the kids get hooked uh,
sure.
on the vape by the commercials and the this and the bells and the whistles, and then they got you.
I mean,
Well,
do you want to talk about this? Because
this
it's
is
interesting to
this
me.
is similar in this saying whatever Facebook and Instagram's doing, it's kind of basically messing with these kids' minds such that they feel compelled to stay on these sites for a significant period of time. That's the
You know,
argument.
I think that's a crapshoot for
Yeah.
two reasons. One, TikTok's doing it better, and that's a big problem because TikTok. I believe that TikTok is actually predatory in its algorithm. However,
This is this is
Facebook
Mr.
doesn't have the
Crawford's
reach. It doesn't even have
opinion.
the reach. Well, it's an opinion, yeah. But like Facebook doesn't even have the reach among young people, these teens.
I
It's
don't
not
think so
being used.
anymore. I think
Like,
Facebook. I agree with you. I don't think
yeah.
Facebook is
Like
the.
TikTok all over the
Oh,
place.
I agree.
Instagram all over it. Snapchat
And I
all
think
over it.
Instagram is probably uh, teenagers or older. I don't know. I just
Yeah,
don't.
yeah.
I don't know if, and again, I don't know. You'd have to do the research. Certainly, Facebook. Have any message? Certainly, Facebook. I don't think is the
I,
kids anymore. You know
I
what I
don't
mean?
think it's predatory. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know all the stuff behind the scenes. If it's predatory, it's doing a very bad job because TikTok is killing them. Like TikTok's killing them in
Right.
being predatory. If that
Well,
makes
either way,
sense.
here's the deal. I got news for you. 34 states. It's going to cost somebody some money,
I hope
whether
so.
whether you win or lose, because the fees, the attorney's fees, is going to be
Yeah,
staggering.
dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we've talked about it a little bit before on here, but like TikTok's terms of services
Yeah.
are creepy.
Yeah. I don't do
Like
it. I don't do Facebook.
super
I don't do
creepy. I
TikTok.
won't touch the app. I won't touch
All
the
right,
app.
we're gonna move on. Oh,
Okay.
here's
All right.
here's
Cool. Sweet.
something.
Bye.
Yeah, I mean
Okay.
it's out there. We'll follow up to see what happens. So
Yeah,
of course,
I'm interested. I'll have to follow down.
sadly enough, everybody now has heard that there was this shooting in Maine where
Right.
a lot of people died and a lot of people were injured. All right,
Yeah.
so then I was saying, okay, well, I don't know why I think of this. My mind, it's a terrible thing to waste, but either way, it's like, what possible sentence? Let's say they catch this individual alive. A lot of them, they don't make it out of the jungle, so to speak,
Yeah.
and they get killed. But let's say they catch them alive.
Hmm.
Uh, is this individual facing the death penalty for killing at least 20 plus people?
I don't know if Maine has a death penalty. Do they?
Like, well, that's the question. The answer is no. They did away with the death penalty in 1887. And hey, Ryan, I'm
Wow.
on Read Live. What do you want? Oh, hey, tell everyone I said hello. Ryan says hello.
Hey, Ryan.
Huh? How your wallet? I already paid it. Oh. Paying for the car wash.
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
anyway, so the answer is no. He can get life in prison.
Wow.
I know.
Interesting.
That's kind of sad,
Wow.
but whatever. I'm certainly in favor of the death penalty, but some people are not. A lot of people are not. So be it. If Maine wants
Hmm.
to not have the death penalty, that's their state. They can vote whatever they want.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. I was just like, man, you killed 20, 30 people, and
Hmm.
you're not going to get the death penalty. That just strikes me as wrong. But I don't know
Yeah.
what. I guess
It does.
we were born and raised in Florida. Things are a little different. Oh
Yeah. I
well.
was actually the reason I was laughing is not because of this, but because when you were saying it, I think it was a Grady Judd
Yeah.
when they had that manhunt for the one guy who went on a shooting spree, and they were like, why did you shoot so many bullets at him? And he's like, we only stopped because we ran out or
Yeah.
something to that effect.
Yeah.
And I
That's
was
Polk
just like,
County.
oh my word.
Yeah, Polk County, you might want to just stay right on the interstate.
Yeah, I wouldn't want
Don't
to.
get off the interstate
Yeah,
in Polk County.
I don't recommend doing a mass shooting there either.
What else? Okay, because we're going to get to the main topic. Oh, just FYI, go to Florida Treasure Hunt, .gov, which is not you, but fltreasurehunt.gov. Just type in Florida Treasure Hunt, and people don't realize there's $1 billion or more that the state of Florida has in your money, possibly. And I'll tell you what I mean. Let's just say Jason lived somewhere in Florida a long time ago, and he had Florida Power, a deposit, and then he moved,
Right.
and got Tico or just whatever. And
Okay.
after a certain amount of years, Florida Power can't find you. They give the money to the state of Florida basically to hold. They can't keep it. Let's just say maybe at some point you left money in a will or a life
Oh,
insurance
okay.
policy, and they can't find you. They give it to the state of Florida to hold. And so there's over $1 billion in people's money with the state of Florida. So out there, when you're sitting around doing nothing, go to Florida Treasure Hunt, type in your name, see if you got any
Yeah.
money. Michelle,
fltreasurehunt.gov.
Michelle got money this week.
Are you serious?
Yeah, a buddy of mine,
Wow.
Wayne Margison, has money sitting there, and
Wow.
so I just so you know, I typed in your name. You don't have any money,
I don't. No, there's no way, bro.
but so just you never know.
No. Oh yeah, I
Um,
know. We
so
don't
either
go
way,
from
go
there.
out there and see if you got some money. Maybe somebody left you a life insurance policy, you didn't even know it.
That'd be nice.
Oh,
I have to have a rich uncle before he can die and
yeah, I
leave me.
got you. Oh, another thing.
Yep.
Yeah, it's only 10 after. So there's some scuttlebutt out there working
What's
its
that?
way around the system.
What is
That
scuttlebutt?
scuttlebutt, I don't know, just chatter talk,
Oh, okay, okay.
where they're trying to pass a law in the federal level limiting the U.S. Supreme Court to 18-year term.
18-year terms. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, can they do that?
I mean, yeah, they can.
Well, can they?
I would think so. I think there could be a limit. I think there could be a limit on
Well,
that.
here's the kicker. So the answer is not really, but maybe.
Yeah, I
The
was gonna say there's also
Constitution, the
people who are gonna try to
Constitution
find a way
says
around.
that they have life tenure. But
Okay.
the workaround, at least what they're trying to do, is say, well, we're not saying that they can't continue to serve on the judiciary.
Okay.
They
In
will
that
just be
capacity.
relegated to other judicial functions and tasks, just not the Supreme Court, which is limited to 18 years.
Got you.
I don't know if that'll work or not. Because they theoretically
What's
have
the
life
purpose?
tenure. They have life tenure, but is it life tenure on the Supreme Court or just life tenure in the judiciary?
What's the purpose though of limiting it? Like, there's so
Um,
much
I probably
chaos
because
every
when you
time.
get to the well, and I'll finish. When you get by the time you get to the Supreme Court, you're probably in your 50s.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I can't speak for who's on there now, but you're
Right. Right. Right.
probably in your 50s. So give or take, you make it till about 70, give or take.
Right.
Yeah, I mean the thought process is, you're getting up there in age, and maybe your mental faculties are not what they used to be, or to be
Okay.
honest, it's just so one more likely than not, it's just so one president can appoint 3 or 4 people that are there for 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's really in my opinion, the reason to limit it. That you can do 18 years, but
Yeah.
you can't appoint somebody because John Roberts and some of these other cats, they may very well be there 30 or 40 years. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And so it's kind of like, well, that's just too long.
I just don't know whether that's good or bad. Like, I don't really.
Well, you know what? Our Supreme Court's
Because
been around
every
since
time we appoint,
the founding of America. Leave it
yeah,
alone,
yeah, every
and
time we
it's
appoint
funny.
a new one, it's
Here's
chaos.
what
It's
happens,
pure
Jason,
chaos.
when one ruling comes out that the other side doesn't like. oh,
Sure.
we need to get rid of the Supreme Court. We need to we need to do this, that, and the other. But on the flip side, when a ruling comes out that's favorable to the side of the people that control the
The
media, oh, you
switches.
never
Yeah.
hear anything about it. Oh, okay,
Right.
good, great.
Right. Right. Right.
So it's like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, the Supreme Court, we need to burn them down. But the other
Right.
10 or 15 or 20 or 30 rulings that are, they agree with are okay, okay, Tony, we like you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. All
I
right. Well,
mean,
anyway, that's out there. But
okay. All right.
so death penalty, Supreme Court, jury duty, meta, and then this one. Honestly, I don't know how I came across it, but and I asked you, and you kind of knew it, but I did not realize. Evidently, Panera Bread is getting sued by a 21-year-old for drinking a charged lemonade. I guess that's the term, and she died. Uh,
Yeah.
she did have a heart condition, okay, and the parents, as the representatives of the estate, are bringing suit against Panera for basically not providing individuals with the information that this is not just a lemonade or a lemonade with a kick. This is a mega energy drink lemonade, and so they did not warn the consumer that this was potentially dangerous because it has a significant amount of caffeine in it. Now
Yeah.
I don't drink these energy drinks. One cup of coffee and I'm flipping flying around this room. And I don't know, but supposedly the large drink, 30 ounces, has 390 milligrams or whatever of caffeine.
Yeah.
They say it's more than a Monster Energy drink and a Red Bull combined. And again,
Yeah.
I don't drink any of these things. I will say this though, way back when I went into a Starbucks and we were in Daytona Beach and I was like, what do you got by way of just a regular old run of the mill iced tea? And I said,
Yeah.
I got some iced tea. So I drink a little bit of it, and all of a sudden I'm sitting there and I'm shaking, I'm flush, I'm like dizzy. I'm like,
Yeah.
what am I thought, dude, and I was younger. This was a long time ago. I wasn't, old man like I am now. And I'm thinking, what the hell's going on? And I'm like, holy crap, it's this tea. Boom, gone. And I went and got a big bottle of water and chugged it. And so I don't know how, first, I don't know how you people drink that crap. I mean, it's, oh my gosh. But at least
Yeah.
I think everybody in the world knows that Starbucks, you're going there, you're getting an energy, a caffeine bomb. I think
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
common knowledge. I got to be
Yeah.
honest. I used to go to Panera a lot with Leanne when she was in elementary school and this, that, and the other. I mean, like every day. I would have never thought that one of their beverages was one of these energy type drinks with that
Sure.
kind of caffeine uh, amount. But it will just come down to warnings.
So I was looking at the
Was there a warning
sign.
label? Did it say
Yeah.
on the menu
Well, I was looking
on
at the
the board up
signage.
there? Huh?
I was looking at the signage, and the signage says 20 ounce as X number of calories at 260 milligrams of caffeine, and a 30 ounce
Now,
if
when you
you have
say
that
signage, where's that at?
on the actual tank
Oh,
of the lemonade.
I don't know that'll cut it.
I don't know that people know how much
No.
caffeine is in a
Can you even
normal.
see that far? Oh, I
Yes, you
agree
can.
with you.
It's. I mean, I'm looking at it. I could
Well,
try to
you're
screenshot.
looking at a picture.
Yeah.
Well, are you standing at the counter? And where is the machine?
It's
To
right on the thing that you spigot it from. Like it's right
no, no,
right
no.
on
But
the.
I mean, if I'm at the cash register ordering my
Yeah.
drink, where are these machines? Are they down to the left? Are they down to the
Yeah.
right?
Probably like by the drink station.
Yeah. Can you
Yeah.
even see them? And I don't know the answer, but I'm just saying, just putting something on a machine that's 20 feet away in small print, in my
It's pretty
opinion,
large. It's pretty big.
that ain't
Uh.
going to cut it.
Yeah. I'll
Again,
send.
those are the
It,
questions,
those are the questions,
and those
and
are the issues.
I think
And again, I'm
consumer
with you.
knowledge.
I wouldn't know the difference between 100 milligrams of caffeine and 200. I mean, what is a lot of caffeine?
Yeah, I mean, I think that
And I don't know the answer.
I don't know the answer for
Well,
everybody,
I get
and I think that's important.
for this girl, it
Yeah,
was 390 milligrams was too much. I can tell you that much.
yeah. So my issues with this are there's a couple of them. One of
Yeah.
them is as a person who I have taken pre-workouts when I go to the gym, and I know how much is in those, and I know how they make me feel,
You're talking about the
and
energy drinks.
sort of. So like, there are little powders that you mix in like a bottle
Oh,
of
okay, I
water. You
got you.
shake it
All
up.
right,
It's like an
sure.
energy drink, but it's a powder first. You mix it
Whatever,
yourself,
sure.
right? But yeah, it's an energy drink. There's a brand that makes another one that I like that is an energy drink. It's like Monster, but it's not Monster. Monsters only have like 120 in a 12 or 16-ounce can,
Yeah.
and literally does nothing. I could drink like two of those, and it doesn't do anything for me. There's a different one that has like 300. Personally, I kind of pay attention to that and monitor how I feel, and then steer how I feel on those. Right, like, I'm careful.
Yeah.
But if you have a heart condition, which I don't think I
Yeah.
have, that it's a little different, and maybe every consumer is not as hasn't experimented to know, right? Maybe they haven't gone to the gym and taken a
Oh, I'd say
pre-workout.
99% of the people walking around aren't
Yeah.
in there doing what you're saying. I mean,
So then when I see a
even
sign and
the people
I
that are
see it
going to the
says
gym
260
probably
milligrams
going
per
in,
feet,
drinking a bottle of water, doing their exercising.
right?
Because even
Yeah.
when I went to the gym back in law school and
Yeah.
worked out a couple of hours, it was just water.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, there's a lot on the market now.
it was
I
just
think the
oh,
real
I get it,
question
but I just
isn't whether or not Panera can be sued, unless it's like a Panera proprietary lemonade and not like I
no.
can't read the fine print.
If you sell it, you're on the hook for it. Just so
Okay,
you know.
okay.
Yeah.
So either, like
Yeah,
if Pepsi makes it,
you're on the hook.
okay,
And I'll give you
okay,
an example.
interesting.
So but just on a different, I know
So
we get back,
if it was a Red Bull, if they
but
sold
like
a Red
on
Bull and she bought a Red Bull,
if you bought it at Panera, Panera's on the hook.
okay, okay,
You sell
interesting,
it, you're responsible. Now, can you
interesting.
also sue the Red Bull or whomever? Yes. But
Right?
I'll give you
Yeah.
an example. So when you go put a product like
Hmm.
Coca-Cola,
Yeah.
example,
Okay.
you go put a product like Coca-Cola in Walmart, right?
Yeah. They
And
had an issue with Surge.
they put
Yeah.
a display out there,
Hmm.
Coca-Cola. Well,
Okay.
Walmart tells Coca-Cola, if something goes wrong, you're responsible.
Okay.
But you can still sue Walmart, just so you'll know.
Okay.
You'll get a letter from Walmart saying, "Hey, go sue Coke,"
Okay.
and I'll say, "No, I'm suing you."
Got you.
Yeah, but I will tell you this: Coca-Cola is going to pay the settlement, the judgment, or otherwise, and their insurance company, and they're going to hire the lawyer. So that's just how that works. So no,
Yeah.
you're ultimately,
Interesting.
you have a couple of different people, like you said, you could bring a claim against, but as long as Panera's selling it,
Interesting.
they're on the hook.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Valid. I didn't know that. That's
yeah,
interesting. Okay. Yeah, that was one of the questions I wanted to ask you, which was like, how did that work?
yeah. That's how that works.
Who would be? Okay. Fascinating. But
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean, it's
also
sad
my
because
other
I guess
issue with this
this
is we're way
girl,
too
this
comfortable.
girl was a college student. I mean,
Yeah.
she wasn't like just I don't know, big old, I don't know, whatever. It's
Yeah.
unfortunate, but
It's
anyway,
unfortunate.
it'll just boil down to the warning. And what kind of struck me was, which was, in my opinion, was was ridiculous, but I'm sure they'll make this argument is that the Panera website clearly defines and outlines, the ingredients to not only their food but their beverages
Sure.
and things of that nature. And I'm thinking, I have never in my 59 years gone to a website to check out the
Mm.
food.
See, I do
I
now.
might gone to see what's the menu item, if I'm
Yeah.
going to, whatever, whatever. I think, oh, I
Yeah.
want to do this or that. But I
See,
don't know.
I do
What's
now
the
because
this, that, and the other?
I'm allergic to corn syrup. So dextrose, maltodextrin, corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup. I have an allergy to it. It
Why
messes
doesn't
me
that
up.
surprise me?
So I have to check them and make sure that they're sweetened with other stuff, right? Like natural
Yeah,
sugar or
gotcha. You must be a pain in the ass to have to shop for.
yeah, probably. A lot of times I just eat it because
Yeah,
I can't bother all of it, but on drinks and stuff like that, I don't.
kind of.
I
Yeah.
think we're really too comfortable with 30 ounces of sugar being crammed down our bodies a lot. Like,
Oh,
oh, here's a soda, here's a fountain drink. Let me go get a oh, free refills. You know what I mean? Like that
of course.
to me, that mindset, that just consumer. Let me just go back and hit the fountain drink again and top it off. I don't know how many times she
Well,
went and topped her lemonade off. She probably
definitely
consumed
either.
600 milligrams of caffeine, man.
Oh, do you
Like
think these beverages? I don't think these beverages are over there. The automatic refill.
they're
They're
on the
probably.
counter. Yeah. Yeah, you get
I
the
don't
cup.
know. Again, I
You
haven't
get
been
the
to
cup, you
Panera in
get
a
your
long
ice, you serve
time,
yourself.
and so I don't remember the. I
Their
thought
coffee's that way too.
I thought back in the day, if you wanted a refill, you had to take your cup back up. Who
No,
knows?
well, I mean, Panera's coffee is out on the thing,
Oh
and
yeah,
then their lemonades are, and their drink stations are.
that's
Yeah,
cool. Well, either way,
take care of
I
yourself.
thought it was interesting, and I guess it just goes to begs the question. Just kind of be careful
Be
and be
more
aware of
watchful.
kind of what you're putting in your body and things of that
Yes.
nature. All right, well
Yeah.
that's it. It's
Yeah.
1:30.
It is sad
Uh,
though. It
oh
really
oh,
is.
and finally, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear mom. Happy birthday
Hey,
to you.
Ray. All
Mom's birthday is
right.
Sunday.
All right.
She's going to
Nice.
continue to be 29.
Yes.
She looks
Forever.
great for 29, I can tell you
That's
that much.
awesome.
And
That's
so we're
awesome.
going
Happy
over to my
birthday.
brother's, having a little lunch and so forth. Um,
Good.
and so happy birthday, Mom.
Happy birthday.
All right, Jason, take us out.
You got it. You got it. Let's roll it.
Read and read. It's like having a lawyer in the family.